Courage, the art of facing fear. Have you ever felt completely out of control in your life? Have you faced situations where, no matter how hard you tried, circumstances seemed to dominate your reactions and emotions? Get ready to embark on a journey that will illuminate 10 powerful Stoic principles, each capable of guiding you to mastery of self-control and courage. This isn't just a path of knowledge, but a training for your mind and heart. Are you ready to discover how you can begin to turn your struggles into strength? So let's dive into the first principle that you're probably tired of hearing about, but it's always good to be reminded of. Know what is within your control. Imagine a scenario where you're faced with a seemingly insurmountable challenge. Stop for a moment and reflect. What is truly within your domain? The great philosopher Epictetus offers us valuable insight by elucidating that our true freedom lies in understanding the things we can influence. By clearly discerning between the situations we can change and those we simply need to accept, we begin the journey towards self-mastery. How powerful would it be if, starting today, you began to focus your energy only on the things within your reach? Think of the occasions when you've spent time and effort trying to change something irreparable. Now, envision the tranquility and power that come from releasing that burden. With this new perspective, we not only promote internal change, but also empower ourselves to bring positive changes to our surroundings. Have you ever found yourself worried about situations that ultimately were beyond your control? How did it affect your emotional and physical well-being? By learning to separate these spheres, you not only optimize your energy, but also significantly improve your quality of life. 2. Maintain a constancy of purpose. Maintaining a constancy of purpose can transform the way we live and face daily challenges. In Stoicism, firmness of purpose, also known as prohairesis, holds a prominent place. This resolute dedication to our highest principles is not just a strategy. It's a way of life that empowers us to live with integrity and courage. Have you ever stopped to think about what values truly guide your life? Establishing and consistently following these values can be the compass that guides us through life's storms. When our actions are aligned with our fundamental principles, every decision, every step we take, reinforces the path we choose to follow. This not only strengthens us internally, but also positions us as inspiring examples for those around us. Imagine the impact of living according to your deepest values, no matter the circumstances. This approach not only provides incredible clarity in times of uncertainty, but also offers inner peace, knowing that you're being true to what you believe is just and right. Think about how this integrity can positively influence people around you and create a virtuous cycle of positivity and resilience. How can you start applying this constancy of purpose in your life? You can begin by clearly defining what your core values are, then reflect on how your daily actions can reflect these values. Every conscious choice is a step toward a more authentic and courageous life. I want to encourage you to look inward and identify what truly matters to you. How can you further align your actions with these principles? By doing so, you'll not only transform your own life, but also be able to serve as a source of inspiration and strength for others. Wouldn't it be amazing if each of us could live firmly anchored in our highest values? Let's embark together on this journey of self-discovery and commitment to what is most essential in our lives. 3. Cultivate apatheia, unperturbedness. Developing apatheia, or the ability to not be disturbed by life's vicissitudes, is one of the central teachings of Stoicism. Aspiring to a state of inner serenity in the face of adversity demonstrates true courage, not indifference. But what does it really mean to cultivate this imperturbability in the face of negative emotions? Imagine yourself in a moment of intense emotional challenge. The natural tendency may be to react, perhaps with frustration or discouragement. However, apatheia invites us to take a different stance. one of calm and emotional stability. It's a way to protect our inner peace, maintaining a healthy distance from the emotional reactions that can steer us away from rationality and purpose. Now think about the last time a situation beyond your control deeply disturbed you. What would it be like to have faced that moment with unwavering tranquility? Cultivating apatheia doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your emotions, but rather understanding and managing them in a way that they don't overpower you. This is the true essence of Stoic courage, not the absence of feeling, but mastery over feeling so they don't govern our actions. To begin developing this state of imperturbability, we can practice daily reflection. At the end of the day, take a moment to consider the emotions you felt. Ask yourself, were these reactions proportional to the situations that triggered them? Was there another way to respond that could have maintained my inner peace? This practice helps us create a space between stimulus and response where our serenity can flourish. How about making a personal commitment to cultivate apatheia? By doing so, not only will you strengthen your emotional resilience, but you'll also become a safe harbor of calm for those around you. This isn't just a personal journey, but a contribution to a more balanced and peaceful world. Let's embark together on this path of serenity and courage, discovering how internal tranquility can radically transform our life experience. Why not start today? 4. Premeditate on adversity. Premeditatio malorum. The practice of premeditatio malorum, or premeditating on adversity, is a fascinating Stoic technique that teaches us to prepare the mind to face any eventuality, no matter how challenging. By imagining the worst possible scenarios, we're not cultivating pessimism, but rather strengthening our mental and emotional resilience. Have you considered the power that comes from being prepared for setbacks before they even occur? Visualizing potential adversities is like training for the mind. By doing so, we minimize the impact of shock and surprise when we encounter difficult situations. It's like a rehearsal. When you've mentally explored a tough scenario, you equip yourself with strategies and emotional responses that you can access if and when the actual situation arises. For example, imagine you're preparing for an important presentation at work. Instead of just hoping everything goes well, you decide to spend some time considering what you would do if the technology failed, or if you were questioned about a difficult point. How would you respond? What alternatives could you have ready? This anticipation not only alleviates anxiety, but also prepares you to act effectively under pressure. This approach can be applied in various areas of life. Whether facing challenges at work, in personal life, or even in crisis situations, thinking ahead about possible obstacles makes us better equipped to deal with them when they arise. This not only toughens our minds, but also strengthens our determination and ability to persevere in the face of challenges. Why not start practicing premeditatio malorum today? By doing so, you not only better prepare yourself for difficulties, but also cultivate greater peace of mind, knowing that you can face whatever adverse situation comes your way. Imagine how much more confident and calm you would feel knowing you're prepared for whatever life throws at you. 5. Embrace adversity as a path to virtue. Embracing adversity as a path to virtue is a transformative perspective that invites us to look at challenges in an entirely new way. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most respected Roman emperors and a prominent Stoic philosopher, teaches us a valuable lesson. Every obstacle we face is an opportunity to cultivate and practice virtues. True courage, according to him, is not manifested in the absence of difficulties, but in the determination to face them with dignity and strength of character. Imagine for a moment that every challenge that arises in your path is a chance to strengthen your patience, compassion, resilience, or integrity. How would this change your perception of adversity? Instead of seeing them as mere hindrances, you would begin to see them as crucial moments for your personal and moral development. Let's consider a practical example. You're facing a conflict at work. Instead of reacting with frustration or avoidance, you choose to approach the situation with empathy and seek fair solutions. This choice can not only effectively resolve the conflict, but also elevate your own character by practicing the virtues of justice and patience. Marcus Aurelius believed that we should welcome these moments as if they were chosen especially for us, for our improvement. He wrote in his Meditations that it's possible to turn any experience, no matter how adverse, into an opportunity for personal growth. Doesn't that sound incredibly empowering? So why don't we adopt this mindset in our own lives? Whenever faced with an obstacle, ask yourself, what virtue can I practice here and now? By doing so, you'll not only face adversity with greater courage, but also be on the path to becoming a better version of yourself. How about turning our challenges into steps to reach our best selves? After all, every adversity we face is not a sign that we're off track, but rather an essential part of our journey toward virtue. 6. Exercise daily reflection. The practice of daily reflection is a powerful tool that Stoics use to cultivate a deeper understanding of themselves and to enhance their lives. This conscious review of daily actions and intentions allows us not only to recognize and learn from our mistakes, but also to persevere on the path of virtue with renewed courage and clearer purpose. Think about it. At the end of each day, you take a moment to contemplate what you did, what you said, and how you reacted to situations. What discoveries could you make? Perhaps you'll realize that you could have been more patient in a discussion or more compassionate in someone's time of need. These insights are not just revelations, they are opportunities for growth. Daily reflection allows us to take stock of our lives regularly. Through this exercise, we can identify patterns of behavior that may need to be changed or strengthened. More than that, by becoming aware of our failures and successes, we are better prepared to face future challenges with a more balanced and virtuous perspective. Have you ever thought about how small changes in daily behavior can lead to significant transformations over time? Each adjustment, each improvement you set out to make, accumulates into a meaningful change. The practice of regularly reflecting on your actions may be the key to unlocking these transformations. So, why not establish a ritual of reflection at the end of the day? It can be as simple as dedicating a few minutes before bed to think about your actions, feelings, and reactions. Write down what you've learned and what you'd like to improve. This commitment to self-assessment and self-development can become one of your most valuable daily habits. Imagine the positive impact this practice could have on your life. With each day of reflection, you become more aware, more proactive, and more aligned with your deepest values. This not only enriches your personal journey, but also inspires those around you to seek a more reflective and virtuous life. 7. Adopt voluntary simplicity. Adopting voluntary simplicity is a transformative strategy that can free your soul and strengthen your courage. By letting go of excess and distractions, we make room for a life richer in meaning and purpose. Simplicity not only facilitates focus on the essential, but also reduces the fear of loss. Because when we value material possessions less, we fear their absence less. Imagine for a moment your life stripped of the superfluous. What remains? What are the things truly important to you? This is the essence of voluntary simplicity, identifying and valuing what is essential. By doing so, we not only alleviate the burden of unnecessary possessions, but also become more resilient and adaptable to life's changes. Think about the things you own: objects, gadgets, maybe a closet full of rarely worn clothes. How do these items contribute to your happiness and well-being? Often we find that many of our acquisitions are motivated by impulse, habit, or social pressure, rather than real necessity or lasting happiness. Embracing simplicity involves making more conscious choices about what we allow into our lives. It's not just about material goods, but also about commitments, activities, and even relationships. By simplifying, we give ourselves permission to say no to what is unnecessary, freeing up time and energy for things that truly matter. And what if you started today? Perhaps by letting go of some items you don't use, reviewing your commitments to prioritize what you truly value, or simplifying your daily routine. Each step toward simplicity is a step toward a more focused, peaceful, and meaningful life. Voluntary simplicity is more than just a practice. It's a way of life that challenges us to live intentionally. By focusing on what is essential, we not only improve our own lives, but also set an example for others. Why not make simplicity an integral part of your journey, discovering how it can enrich your existence and increase your courage to face whatever comes your way? 8. Value community and compassion. Valuing community and compassion is a powerful message that resonates through the words of Seneca, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. He teaches us that we are not just isolated individuals, but parts of an interconnected network, a greater whole. Thus, true Stoic courage extends beyond personal perseverance. It extends to defending the common good and practicing empathy, which in turn strengthens our collective resilience. Imagine the transformative impact if each of us strove to act with consideration and care for others. When we value connections with those around us, each action we take gains a new dimension, as it not only benefits us, but also contributes to the well-being of the community. Empathy, the ability to feel with others, is a powerful force. It allows us to understand the struggles and joys of others as if they were our own. As Seneca pointed out, by practicing empathy, we not only alleviate others' suffering, but also expand our own ability to cope with adversity. This creates a kind of shared resilience, mutual support that is crucial in times of crisis. But how can we incorporate these Stoic values into our daily lives? Start small, perhaps by helping a neighbor, listening to a friend in need, or participating in community initiatives. Every act of kindness and understanding reverberates, strengthening the bonds that unite us. What if each of us actively sought to promote the common good? Think of the changes we could generate. Taking care of others and the community not only enriches our life experience, but also teaches us valuable lessons about cooperation and mutual respect. So I invite you to reflect on how you can contribute to collective well-being. By doing so, you not only follow Seneca's teachings, but also become a catalyst for positive change. Let's together cultivate a more empathetic and resilient community, where each of us is a pillar of support for the other. Why not start today to make a difference? 9. Cultivate gratitude. Cultivating gratitude is truly transformative. By valuing what we already possess, our perspective on shortcomings and challenges changes profoundly, revealing these adversities not as mere obstacles, but as disguised teachers with much to teach us. Gratitude equips us with a lens through which we can see difficulties in a new way, one that emphasizes growth and learning. Imagine the change in your daily perception if, instead of focusing on what is lacking or what went wrong, you began each day by being thankful for what you have. This simple yet powerful practice has the potential to significantly alter your emotional state, increasing your resilience and ability to face challenges with courage. Gratitude not only lifts our spirits, but also strengthens our relationships with others and the world around us. For example, by expressing gratitude for health, friends, family, or even small daily pleasures, we begin to build a fortress of positivity and appreciation that shields us from life's inevitable difficulties. Each moment of gratitude is like a brick in this fortress, solidifying a structure that shelters us and gives us strength. And how can we actively cultivate gratitude in our lives? It can start with something as simple as keeping a gratitude journal, where you daily jot down 3 things you are thankful for, or perhaps by taking a moment of your day to reflect on the blessings in your life. These exercises not only help us recognize the many good things we often take for granted, but also shift our focus from our worries to our abundance. The practice of gratitude shows us that each day brings its own gifts and that each challenge carries a hidden lesson. By embracing these lessons with a grateful heart, we not only overcome adversities, but also grow and evolve through them. So, I invite you to integrate gratitude into your daily life. By doing so, you will not only face difficulties with greater courage, but also transform your life experience, making it richer and fuller. Why not start today to cultivate a spirit of gratitude and see how it can change your world? Let's embark together on this transformative journey, embracing each challenge with gratitude and finding value in every moment. 10. Make wisdom your compass. Making Stoic wisdom your compass is choosing a reliable guide through the uncertainties of life. This wisdom, more than a set of knowledge, is a beacon that illuminates our choices during the stormy nights of challenges and difficulties. When we orient ourselves by this beacon, we opt for paths that not only confront what is difficult, but also resonate deeply with our bravest and most authentic essence. Stoic wisdom teaches us to act not based on impulses or momentary conveniences, but on consistent and enduring virtues. It encourages us to carefully weigh each decision, considering not only the immediate benefits, but also the long-term repercussions for ourselves and others. What would it be like to live each day with this internal compass, guiding each choice with integrity and courage? Imagine facing a difficult choice at work, in your personal life, or in any other aspect of your existence. Taking the easier path may be tempting. However, guiding yourself by Stoic wisdom means seeking the route that, although more challenging, is the fairest, the most righteous, and the one that strengthens your character the most. This choice, guided by a deep sense of purpose and justice, may not be the simplest, but it is certainly the one that will bring greater inner peace and self-respect. So how can we cultivate and follow this wisdom in daily practice? A first step is to dedicate time to reflection and study, absorbing the teachings of Stoic philosophers and applying them to everyday situations. Additionally, it is essential to practice self-observation, constantly questioning our motivations and adjusting our actions to be in harmony with our deepest values. This path takes courage, no doubt about it. It requires us to face life's true storms, not with fear, but with the firmness that comes from knowing we are making the right choice. So why not commit to making Stoic wisdom your compass? By adopting this stance, you will not only navigate challenges more securely, but also inspire others to seek a more thoughtful and virtuous way of life. Let's together honor our bravest essence, choosing paths that reflect our highest aspiration of virtue. Why not start right now this journey of commitment to wisdom and courage? In this Stoic journey, we are not merely passive observers of our existence, but rather the true builders of our reality. We choose to act with courage, confront our fears, and overcome the limitations imposed upon us, whether internal or external. By committing to Stoic practices, every step we take is an affirmation of life, an achievement of the greatness of soul that Stoicism promises us. As advocates of this robust philosophy, we assume the responsibility to live according to its teachings, not only for our own benefit, but to serve as a guiding light for others in their battles and adversities. True courage, therefore, is not only manifested in visible acts of heroism, but in the daily commitment to live with integrity and resilience. This invitation we extend to you is not to be merely a spectator, but an active protagonist in the art of Stoic courage. Together we can explore and cultivate a life that is not only lived, but deeply conquered. How about embarking on this journey not as someone on the sidelines, but as an essential participant, actively engaging in building a braver and more authentic reality? Accepting this call is embracing a life of constant self-improvement and service to others, revealing the true essence of courage reflected in everyday actions, in the small decisions that together shape the fabric of our existence. So come, be part of this community that not only values, but personifies wisdom and courage, turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth and every storm into a lesson of strength and perseverance. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join us on this journey of growth and discovery. Your best version awaits you, and we are here to help you achieve it. Until next time, keep practicing stoic courage in every aspect of your life.